How did we start the gazebo grill outs? That's a really long answer. So we started. We were on a family mission trip. So we did our first family mission trip in 2015, and after some of the ministry that we were doing, we decided to take our family to a park, and that's really where the gazebo grill outs were born, even though we weren't aware of it at that time.
Yeah, it was a mission trip to Arizona, and it was Papago Park that we decided to go for that evening, just as a family, like breather from what we were doing.
Yeah, so in the midst of our busyness and our fun and our family vacation, we went to this. It was a really awesome jungle gym, and it was just a great place to relax and have the children relax. And there was people around like any other park, and there would have been a panhandler asking us to buy stuff from them, and maybe some homeless people asking for money, maybe one or two, and we didn't really interact much. But as we grilled supper, I offered the children to invite some of their friends that they were playing with to eat with us, and then I asked a couple guys to join us for the meal. It was pretty natural to start the gazebo grill outs in Wausau. We just kind of went to a park and brought a grill and some food and prayed and asked God to guide us.
Well, I remember at first showing up there at the gazebo grill outs in Wausau and reservation of people. Who are you? Why are you here? Are you really here to help us? Like, this is our place, and you're coming in as Christians, you know? What really is your intent? And so at first they were definitely on guard. But with time, you could see the barriers start to fall. And next thing you know, when we say, hey, does anyone want prayer in the beginning? Pretty quiet. But as they saw, we can trust these people. They're coming. They're not just a one hit, check that off the box, go. They're dedicated to this, and they really do care about us. Then it came around to, hey, can I talk to you? I got something to share. When they started opening up to us of their hurts, of their struggles, of their past life, it was very impacting both on us to say, wow, these people really are truly hurting. It's not just this one problem of alcoholism. It's deep, and only Jesus really can help them. So walking through them in prayer, it was great for both of us because there's males and females there, and the females tend to be drawn to me, and just seeing like, wow, God can even use me as a mother when I'm trying to minister all to my children, but also use our whole family to help these people. And it was really great. That's really why I love the gazebos.
So the next step to the ministry and this growing opportunity to serve in our community was to look for a building and look for a safe place for our friends to hang out. Naturally, moving from what I call their living room into a safe place was something that we were looking for right away, whether it be a church basement, another church. Being in real estate and building, it was natural for me to want to have our own building. Going from their living room or from the gazebos into a safe place was the vision of having something better than a soup kitchen, something that a warm place for men and women to come to, a place where they were greeted by somebody that could improve their healthy relationships, where they could have good food. Ultimately, another part of that is my dream. You know, my dream was really to take a businessman and a homeless guy and have them joining in bread together. You know, just eating together, and both being comfortable in the same place. So we became members of the Citygate network. That was the realization on paper of becoming a rescue mission.
Also having the desire of like, there needs to be a neutral place that we can welcome them and bring them in to continue to minister to them. And that really is when we realized and we're united that our house, you know, as much as it's our desire, it's not good for our family or for even these people. They need more direct interaction and the word and, you know, discipleship, all of this, because it's really Jesus that's going to interact and heal them, not necessarily a hot meal or food or a bed, although those are the necessities that he'll provide as well.
So we learned a lot in the process of meeting and gaining new friends, and also the reality that they need professional help outside of love, right? I mean, love is, we can serve love, we can talk about Jesus, we can do a lot of things, but um, we can't house these guys. Other areas of realization was it's not our ministry. I think we realized early on it was never about us or our family ministry. It was it right from the get-go at the gazebos, we knew that this was a community ministry.
So my husband is visionary and in real estate. So anytime he sees something that's for sale or maybe vacant, he's got ideas, right? So I'm used to hearing, and I'm thankful that he shares with me these ideas of, hey, what do you think about this ever being that? And so my first memory I have is when he's like, hey, you know those Annabelle apartments? I wonder about those, and let's start praying about those being used for. I mean, who knows, right? I wonder what God has for that.
It really was a very, very difficult transition. Probably the most difficult transition for me, the mission. Once I was clear, the last time before we had an offer on that building, I drove by that building and I prayed for that building. I felt like God said, "Why don't you buy that building? Why don't you use that building for the mission?" And
Right. So when we acquired the building, I believe most of the units were filled, right, with existing renters. And so when we made the announcement to them that Bridge Street Mission is now the owners and that it's going to be rolling into, eventually with time, a program center, there was some just natural, immediate people that said, not me, and left right away. And then some that were like, whatever, we'll see how this goes. And so there was over a period of time, a transition of, okay, who really here is saying, I want help, I like what you're about, I'm going to stick around.
one of my thoughts is if he could use us to do something like this, to plant the seed in the community, that a whole lot more could be done. It's been a positive growth.
So starting with grassroots and just a few handful of people to now to see the involvement and people asking, how can I help? How can I donate? Where can I serve? Is just amazing, really, and the growth from just mom and pop, so to speak, to like people just stepping up to the plate and providing, and seeing even the kitchen and how that's growing, and the quality of food, and people in the recovery class and the meals. It's been great to see that.
If you want to look at just some numbers, right? So the first summer, we probably served about 400 meals at the Gazebo Grill Outs, and I think this past year we served over 30,000 meals. So that's a staggering number. Like I can't fathom that, and I've been part of it, right? It's God has given us the ability to do food, to serve food, and use food as it's a necessity, and to use it as a way to get to know people and build relationships with people. Staff growth has been phenomenal. Being able to hire an executive director has been an exciting part of our growth.
People can look around and see that they're hurting and feel burdened by that, but then be like, well, how could I help? Where do I even go? But the Bridge Street Mission is growing now where they can say, you know what, I'm going to call Bridge Street Mission and try to help these people through that organization. And that's really the best thing I can see of the growth of the mission is we now are presenting avenues for other church families and members to come in and say, I'm going to help these people that I see. I can make a difference with Bridge Street Mission and get involved to help our community.